Greetings, beautiful people, business owners, entrepreneurs, anyone that is looking to gain a little bit more information about branding and marketing. My name is David Logan, and today we're going to be going over the myth of branding and marketing, and can you really have good marketing without good branding? First things first, like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into it. You can have good branding without good marketing, but you cannot have good marketing without good branding. And it's kind of a cyclical cycle. If you have good branding, then most likely you'll have good marketing because it's been planned for. But if you do not take the time to hone in your brand, you most likely will not be marketing to the right person in the right way, in the right places. And it's just going to be very bad, especially if you're spending money on ads or you're doing all of these marketing campaigns without giving a backbone to them. Good marketing is effective for a specific demographic at all times, and this goes back to that planning for it. Whenever you have a good brand, it is created for the right customer for that business. Certain things need to be taken into account, and if you go back and look at my video about the brand Ikigai, you can understand the importance of the alignment between the company, the audience, the product, and the personality. So marketing is asking someone on a date. Hi, will you go to this place with me? Will you go to the movies with me? And let's just say you're two strangers. But branding is why they will say yes. When they look at you, how are you dressed? What tone of voice are you using as you're asking them on this date? Your proposed experience. Maybe you say, hey, I saw this movie last week and I really liked it and I did this thing, or you added a little bit more context to it. And it's especially how easy you make it. How easy do you make it for your customer to get from point A to point B? How easy do you make that bridge of islands? And this is all inside of your branding. And if your branding is not good, most likely they're going to say no to that date with you, which is buying your product or buying your course. And the reason why it doesn't work is because there is no trust or no conversions. Whenever you're just putting out marketing alone, you are not going to have the trust that leads to customers coming in the door and staying with you. One of the biggest things about branding is that you are cultivating the correct environment. So you are saying the right things in the right way. And when people see that over and over again, you're building trust, and eventually they buy from you and want to stay within your ecosystem, a lot like how people want to stay in Apple's ecosystem, which we will get into later. People buy from brands they trust, but also another problem is confused messaging, and that is wasted ad spend. If you are running ads right now and you have been testing message after message, doing different things, and you haven't found the right one, you are wasting money. You need to go back to the drawing board. Think about your branding, think about your tone of voice, think about your customer. What do they want to hear right now in the position that you want to find them in to buy from you? If your brand identity is not clear, your marketing won't be either. And messaging goes into brand strategy. How are we showing up in the market? How are we positioning ourselves? Having confusing messaging will lead to customers being confused about what you do and why they should care about it. And also, you have no emotional connection, which will create no loyalty in your brand or with your company. Good branding creates emotional resonance, meaning there are places in your brand story that will correlate with your customer, and you need to know exactly where those correlations are so that you can pinpoint them and bring them up to your customer every chance that you get. Marketing can drive traffic, but branding keeps customers coming back. If they don't remember you, they will not return. So what type of thing are we putting in front of our customers that makes them think, okay, this company knows exactly what I'm going through? When you go to Home Depot, they have such a large variety of things. And whenever you talk to an associate, they're like, oh, is this what you're looking for? Are you doing this type of project? And so they can help you one-to-one in being able to find a solution for that. And so Apple, before they market a single product, and this isn't at the start, but once they grew, they focused more on their brand and how they look, how they're showing up. You realize that they give a specific feel inside of their products, a very smooth look, very premium design, simplicity, and innovative. And after they have built up their brand, their marketing works because their brand is solid. Over and over again, they can create a new campaign, they can release a new phone every single year and get people to spend thousands of dollars just because they feel like they need it. And that is the power of Apple's brand. And the same with Nike. Nike's shoes, I mean, let's think about it. Shoes do the same stuff. It covers your feet while you're walking or you're running. But whenever Nike comes out with a new shoe, they sell that lifestyle of just do it, backed by a strong brand identity that leads people to always want to buy new shoes. And so you always see Nike resellers everywhere selling new shoes and buying new shoes because they are just that much in demand. And now we get to a random drop shipping store. Somebody just puts a product up, they put a website behind it, but they don't have any brand strategy or identity behind it to create credibility and trust within their customers that they would like to have. And this is why a lot of these businesses fail, because they do not invest in this area enough. Branding is who you are. Marketing is how you tell people about who you are. So your branding includes your values, your voice, your visual identity, your emotional connection with your audience. And these are very strong touch points, especially when you're talking to a customer. If you can show your relation and values, you are speaking to them in a way that they would like to receive. Your visual identity has colors, brand assets, icons, things that they like to see. And your marketing is the tactics, your ads, your content, your social media, your SEO, your email campaigns, just the communication that you're putting out to reach your customers. But if you don't have a brand, remember, your marketing will be short-lived. So how can you fix it? If your marketing isn't working, focus on your branding first. So number one, clarify your brand identity. What colors are we going to use? What are we? Who are we? And what are we going to show up as? What is our brand mission? What voice, what words do we use as opposed to other words? I know a lot of people talk about how you say something, but it's about how you say it. And that is a large part inside of brand identity. And also, you can ensure consistency. Your website, social media, emails, and ads should all reflect a cohesive brand. You don't want to be using colors that are from images you find on Google because they are most likely not your brand colors. You don't want to give an image of inconsistency to your customers because that is only going to breed them to walk away without buying from your company. And you also need to engage and don't just sell. And if you run through the brand Ikigai formula, you will be able to engage in multiple different aspects and create connections between your company and your customers. When you go through your story, for example, Steve Jobs, he was an entrepreneur that had a dream of streamlining the process of programmers and people that worked in tech. They wanted to have a better experience. He wanted them to have that better experience. And so whenever you can relate your story in a specific way at specific times with your customer, maybe they are just a prospect. And so you relate your story this way at that point. And once they get closer to that buying, then you relate in a different way. And so you can put, failure and triumph inside of your story. And these are very large aspects. I mean, humans love storytelling, so it's always a great key to have. But thank you so much for watching. If you are looking for brand identity design or full service branding, I mean, we do everything from photo shoots for our clients, websites, social media, logo suites, your whole entire branding, your assets that you will need to have to show up in the market the best way possible. Send me an email at dlogan@theviewsagency.com. My phone number is 470-223-2248, or you can find me on Instagram at DLOBrands, DLO Brands. And be sure to comment your favorite piece of information from this video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.